It's happening.
Oh
Everything's
my
happening.
gosh.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Great. I'm John. This is Jason.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Um, so yeah, your special is fantastic. Sweet
Thank you.
Batch, which you can
I
get.
didn't care for it. A
Well, I was gonna say the language. Oh my goodness.
little bit of cussing.
As a as a Christian family-based show, that was a little too much. But very it's excellent, by the way. I and you
It,
can
it
get
it really it really is funny as hell.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
language. And you can get that all, on YouTube, all audio formats.
Guess what, John? I'm a cusser too.
Oh my God.
Gosh darn.
Gosh darn. But one thing that stuck out is the Israel Keys comment that you made.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so Israel Keys, did he murdered your neighbors?
Allegedly.
And where were you when that happened, by the way?
Um, I forget what year it was exactly. They were
Hmm.
certainly, I think they were kind of around the corner and up the block. I was living in Essex Junction.
So you were
And
still in Vermont at this point?
yes.
Okay.
And you hated them?
I
I'm just
think
trying to
they
see if
were.
there's a connection here.
And don't worry about where they went.
Oh, yeah.
It was definitely Israel, and it says it in my special, so it can't be refuted. Yeah, I guess he just like picked him up. That's why it was so terrifying. And this is, I think, it's very like Vermont of them to just like pick at random because you can't really. Who are you gonna find in Vermont that you have like a beef with?
Yeah.
Everybody just has like a marijuana farm and llamas, you
Trey
know?
Anastasio.
Yeah. I
Some Ben and
met
Jerry's.
him.
You met
Yeah,
Trey, and
yeah.
what was that like?
Trey, well, uh, I didn't care for his music. So I didn't like care that he was there. He used to come and lift weights at the gym where at like really early in the morning, my track and field team
You're
would
blowing
lift
my fucking
weights.
mind right now. Trey
I
Anastasio
know.
lifting weights.
Yeah, this is so long ago. This was probably
I imagine him being like, "Oh, that's so unkind." Like that's how he gets angry. It's like he's not very kind.
I
we're
was just
just like,
thinking
who's
of
this redheaded guy in the corner? And he's just pumping weights.
I was thinking about like the music that they play in the gym when he's in there. It's just extended jams of everything, just really long. His workout
Yeah,
music's
but
like
his cardio is fantastic.
yeah. My God. Yeah, I'm not a fan myself, but
Yeah.
you know,
I respect it. I just can't. I don't listen to it.
yeah, I mean, if a song goes over the 3 hour mark, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe that's shorter than a Kubrick film, and
Mhm.
um, but back to the serial killers. Uh, I'm fascinated by serial killers.
Well, you
Mhm.
were a fucking investigative journalist, so that has something to do with it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he was a alleged police officer at one point. So
Well, I've only been
What
doing this shit
happened?
for 20 years. I went private. I just do it
Ah.
privately now. I do the homicide detective thing. So,
Whoa, cool. What?
yeah,
Let's go solve a crime.
yeah,
let's do it.
sure. Why not?
I'll tell you the best.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
What do you think the best way for a serial killer to kill somebody is? Like, what's the
You asking me or her?
either one of
I,
you? I'm
I
just
want to hear what she
open-ended
has to
question.
say.
I don't have it written
Carmen
down.
goes first.
Yes.
I'm not copying your
Um,
answers.
I mean, if you just want to kill, random is definitely best. Those are so hard to solve.
Right.
That's gonna have a really high likelihood of not being solved.
Would you use
I
like
don't
a
know. I watch.
gun or
Oh, no.
yeah.
No. I don't. Well, oh man. It's weird that I haven't thought about this at length because I imagine killing people every day.
380 or 9 millimeter.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you the best way to
You,
kill
you,
somebody
you
is
can't you can't trace a
no
380 or a 9 millimeter.
kindness. That's what I
Really.
always say.
Almost impossible.
Kindness kill.
Kindness is a one trick pony. Like you're the only person doing that.
Yeah,
Look
but
here, they smiled ear to ear. This is John Hanna's work.
yeah. I'm
Known
But
anywhere.
but being a woman, I could get away with it, I feel like. There's
uh,
just, do you remember what was that case? There was like a woman who was just going around killing people. Like she would just show up at their door. They would let her in and she would kill them. And the police were like, look out for a man dressed as a woman.
Mhm.
that's always the case.
Hmm.
Um,
If you're a little dude and you dress like a grandma,
Yeah.
like a little scrawny dude dressed like a grandma, and you pass it off,
Yep.
get like the white woman fro. That's the way to
Yes.
go. A perm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just a cute little wig.
Some good killing. House coat.
He's just dressed like the church lady from SNL.
Yeah.
Like, um,
I
there
would
was a
walk different in like every time, like when I was committing the crime, I would have a different gait, like a
Mhm.
different walk and a different voice. Yeah, everything. I'm just not sure why nobody changes those little things.
those
Well,
serial.
there are some that do. They just don't get
That's,
caught.
oh,
I,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess, but like those serial killers are determined to have like a you know, the look that
Yeah.
they want to
Yeah.
market themselves well, you know, and
One of the I-40 killers, I'm almost confident, changes their appearance a lot.
What's the I-40 killer?
yeah,
There are a string of suspected people. You can go on various posters and whatnot and see this, but I-40 is rampant with killers.
the
Is it
highway.
Interstate 40?
Interstate 40, yeah.
I was picturing like a guy with Edward 40 hands.
Yes. All right, I got you now, bitch.
He has to.
Hang on a second. If I get the second one down, I get to slash your throat with this.
Yeah, I can take this off.
Yeah. He just breaks it and that's what happened.
There was that lady. She was from North Carolina, where we're from, and like maybe 30 minutes from here, where we are. She in the 80s and I think the 70s and maybe back further.
Look at my Blanche.
Blanche Taylor Moore. She like poisoned so many people, like all of her husbands. So
Boyfriends.
I think maybe her father. And when I was a kid, when that came out, I was like, man, how could she do that? And as I got older, I was like, any Thanksgiving that I'm at, I'm like, man, that would be, she's not all
Yeah.
wrong, is all I'm saying.
You get the impetus behind this, you know. It's like,
Yeah,
And I'm like, I would never, but I get
never,
it.
but
Yeah.
maybe
never
Yeah.
say never.
Yeah,
my
that's true.
my kindness isn't working,
So, yeah,
I'm
they're
trying.
all still alive.
I think I'm surprised that there hasn't been like the influencer serial killers. Like I know they would get caught
Oh, it's
pretty
already
easily.
started.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I
What?
think natural born killers type.
It's gonna, yeah. It's in that one really dumb chick in Florida. She set the ball a rolling.
That one?
That one,
Yeah,
which one?
I forgot her name. It starts with a C. She killed her boyfriend and then called the police saying he tried to assault me, and like
Oh yeah,
all the
yeah,
evidence
yeah. She
shows
was
up.
a
If she had gotten away with that first one, she would have done it again and live streamed it.
Yeah. And
And,
live streamed it.
uh,
I love when they're
100%.
dumb. Dumb killers are the best.
Oh yeah, they're my favorite.
Yeah.
That's a one and done.
Although, oh, that's maybe what you do as a killer. Just set somebody dumb up. Just plant
yeah.
a bunch of evidence around them.
That's a you know
People
Yeah.
must do that a lot,
You
though.
do that and
Yeah.
make sure they're black, and you got this in the
Yeah,
bag.
right? Yeah, really.
Because that happens a lot.
Oh,
I saw this article about a lady. I think it was like this week. She killed her boyfriend or somebody, maybe it was her husband or boyfriend, and to get to mask her DNA, she poured Mountain Dew all over herself.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I mean that's extreme.
She
Like
should have gone.
she did the do,
like before or after?
I guess after, which I don't know how that works, but
Honestly, I hate to give anybody any advice to do this, but Coca-Cola would maybe do the job.
I thought Red Bull might.
No, Coca-Cola for real.
Wow.
Like
This
Coca-Cola.
podcast is so valuable to
Sorry.
murderers. Hey, we
Yeah.
should.
Well-
Is there stuff that you know that that the general public doesn't know to like catch people that they haven't? You know how they like
I
they
sure as
really
shit hope
tell
they
us
don't
how to
know
do it.
some of this because we're
Yeah.
in a lot of trouble. We're in a lot of trouble right now because the American Applied Academy of Sciences right now is finally looking at a lot of this forensic shit and is like, oh no, that doesn't work at all.
Oh.
Like they finally got forensic odontistry. That's right. There we go.
You want to
Out of
take two.
where you like bite analysis. They finally got
Yes.
that shit thrown out, which
Thrown
was
out.
just horrible. Horrible.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay,
what-
you can bite into the same substance 4 or 5 times and leave that many different dental imprints
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
based on just how your jaw is moving at the time,
Yeah.
the substance, if it's a living person, how they twitch and move away or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not good science at all.
What about
Damn.
Dahmer though?
You know,
I only took a bite.
there was some backup evidence for Dahmer.
The brain and
So I feel
the
I feel like they got
freezer.
him pretty good. The confession was pretty good too.
You know,
I just wanted them to stay with me.
anybody can confess, dude. It's all part of the brand, the influencer
Yeah.
serial killer brand.
If you're
I,
weird enough and you're like, you know what? I just want free rent and some notoriety.
Yeah. I've
Pump
had
some iron in the
I'm
clank.
uncomfortable with the amount of false confessions I've seen. And
Yeah.
I got one and I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
I thought the guy really did it. And then like halfway into like the last little bit, like he confesses to this thing. It was nothing more than threatening phone calls.
Yeah.
But then I figured out like when the last thing he said, what he confessed to, I'm like, you didn't do this, you dumbass. And like I could hear my captain throw his hands up in the other room, like you had a
Oh,
slam dunk, and then I was like, like, just get him out of here.
wow.
He was a drunk asshole.
Damn.
He was.
Why would he confess? Just because
People
they're
sometimes when they get in that room will do anything to get out.
yeah.
They're like,
And they think
okay,
they're gonna get out if they confess.
just get me out of this room. I don't care. It's
Yeah.
the caged animal thing, and
Yeah.
their lizard brain really attaches. So
Yeah.
again, this is
Stressed
super
out.
funny.
yeah,
Sorry.
start playing fish for
This
a
is
few
so
hours.
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
This is Detective Anastasio. He's going to talk to you about something. You ever heard a cover of Ramblin' Man by us? I'm
Yeah.
talking about the long one.
Yeah, we do
Oh,
the whole
shit.
album and then come back to that song 3 times. It's fine. I I would I mean,
It's only detective to come in with a fucking beach ball.
yeah. That'd be great to well, not great, but if you're at that concert, you're like, didn't I hear this song already? Oh no, it's the same
It's the
thing.
same thing. Yeah.
It's just going
Still
on.
going.
That is the
This
joy.
is day 3.
You can pass out and wake back up. It's like I didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Eh, it's good. It's the experience I hear more than anything. It's always wondered about like not to dwell on serial killers, but I'm trying to get down to the bottom of
I
this
think we're all
Israel
comfortable with
Keys.
serial killers.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this Israel Keys
Yeah, that is fucking
murders.
amazing to me. It's like
You didn't know
Yeah.
this was a an interrogation, but
I did it. I'm
you,
sorry.
that
mean,
dude was scary though, for real. Because
Yeah.
he was so he,
certifiable monster.
he
Yeah.
pre-planned everything, but he
Yeah.
also it was the victims were random. So he like had packages or what did you call them, murder kits?
Yeah,
Murder kits.
he had go
Yeah.
Right.
back. He had go
What a
bags.
cute word for it. Do you think he had
Yeah.
like little stickers on the like little Lisa Frank
Yeah,
murder
yeah.
kit?
He had his trapper keeper out, and it's like,
Like a little
well,
Bed Bath and Beyond shit in there too for his cleaners and his sanitizers.
he drew that S like everybody used to with this Israel on the Israel, the little whatever that S was called. I don't remember. All right, let's move on. Forget it.
I mean, but for real, it's like you were that close to Jaws and in the water. Like
Yeah.
you swam in between two victims.
Yeah. He was around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he followed him from like a grocery store too, and I was like, I grocery shop.
I too eat food.
Yeah.
Uh, It
Oh,
is like whenever something like that happens in somewhere in the vicinity, I always want to make it about me too. I'm like, oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've been there before.
But
Yeah.
she's got a special type of jealousy now because the amount of women that love true crime
True.
Mm-hmm.
and like fantasize about being exactly you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I'd been a successful student athlete, and I was just going to the grocery store, and it was almost me. They're just like that bitch. I hate her so fucking much right now.
What the ones who've gone on like dates with these guys and they were like
Mm,
they got like the ick at like early on enough that they got
the
out.
the dude on the
Ooh.
dating game is like one of my favorites. I'm missing his name right now.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Oh my God, I can't think they did a movie about that
fantastic
recently.
hair.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a contestant on the dating game
Mhm.
and he won, right?
yeah. He won, and then she started to go on the date, and just like bailed.
Yeah. And
Like
then he
on the
murdered
show.
somebody that night.
Yeah,
Man.
he had a murder boner.
Eh.
You can't,
Yeah.
those things don't go down, baby.
Yeah, murder boners are I mean, what do you do? Go to the
Yeah.
grocery store and stab meat?
Yeah.
How do you
That's
That's
kill
it, because he picked like such a like nothing extraordinary about them, and I think that was the point. He
Yeah.
picked like a middle-aged or like even older, just very I don't want to say boring because they're dead and that's
Well,
mean, but they
it's
were just like going to work, going home, not really doing much.
It
Just
was
not
targeted
very, they
opportunity.
weren't like,
Somebody,
yeah,
Mm.
they weren't going to
they
make a
weren't
lot of
hot.
noise.
There was nothing, yeah, there was nothing like sensational about them. Yeah.
Seems like you know a
And
lot of details about this. Again,
I'm like, it's so weird that they weren't hot.
it's so weird.
I guess that's why I got away.
Well, it is true that I mean, look, I'm gonna if they're hot as a police officer, you're gonna look that much harder, right? It's in the
Look,
mandate, like
look,
you have to do it.
you know for a fact that we got to say no.
Yeah, you have to, but
That's, you know,
but you're nodding yes with your eyes. Yeah. I- Um, yeah, dude, like he's Israel Key's background too, so like I mean, and it's not going to be a normal guy, but like he was like in this weird cult as a
mhm.
child where this other kid was killing people.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's crazy. Crazy. And I'm like, man, that's a new level of peer pressure.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I smoked pot before, with kids when I was younger, but murder, I mean, you really got to want to fit in, you
Fuck you,
know?
Scotty.
Or or you're just waiting for that call. Like, you know what I mean? Like you were just waiting for that one kid to be like, "Hey, you want to go murder somebody?" You're like, "Yes."
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to
Finally.
ask me that.
I
I'm
think
I
I
want to
in
went.
go
with
I
the
think I
cool
went to
kids.
school with one of those. Huh?
I want to go murder some people in Vermont. Some really normal
Yep.
fuglies.
I ain't even talking about skiers, man.
Did you grow up in like a rural part of Vermont, or is it? I
I
know you
feel like
talk about
it's
it a little bit
yeah. It
on
feels
your
all
social.
rural, but it is technically suburban. It's just kind
Gotcha,
of like maybe spread out more than other suburban areas, I would say. I don't know how to describe it. Just like a small town. Just a
gotcha.
regular small town where
Just a
A
nothing bad
regular
has ever
small
happened.
town.
mm,
I think I grew up in Montpelier, the capital, which has 8,000 people, I think, living there. It's real tiny.
wow.
Hmm.
I thought it
Well,
was
that's
bigger
the
than.
population of North Carolina. So
Yeah, there's only 8,000 people here in the entire state. Um, so I've only heard about. I haven't been to Vermont, but I know some people that are from there, and they talk about it's like
Easy to hide a body. Yes.
very easy to hide a body. It's like granola, a lot of granola type people there, right?
Yes. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
are there like communes, like a lot of communes there? Because
I think there are. I haven't
yeah,
been really particularly invited to any, but I really think that there I feel like a lot of the parties I went to, I was like, oh, this was like a swingers party and I just didn't pick up on it. I like left the party with my boyfriend once at the time, like when I was dating someone in Vermont, and I was like, wait, was everybody fucking each other? And he was like, I got the same vibe. They all lived in like this cul-de-sac of houses and they would just have these little like soirees.
he's like, babe, let me go get my keys out of this bowl. We'll get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, that's gonna be a weird vibe when you're like, was that like, what did
Yeah.
we do wrong here?
Yeah. Was I supposed to join in a fingering thing or
Yeah.
yeah.
Guys, let's gather around. We're gonna instead of like the piñata,
Yeah.
it's just we're all gonna finger each other for a little
Oh,
while.
is that
That's
why
fine.
we were tying our panties together? This is weird.
The
The,
blindfold.
Yeah.
the last wedding I went to in Vermont was a polyamorous lesbian wedding in the woods with a bonfire.
Mm.
Nice.
So
That is that's
it's
a
yeah.
coven. That's
Whenever
witches.
So Satan,
whenever I'm like,
yes.
no,
Yeah.
Vermont's totally normal, and then I'm like, I don't know. I got a tick giving a blowjob in the woods. It's not a very it's a little weird.
So you were both sucking blood out there. Oh, guys, I'm leaving.
How the fuck did I get Lyme disease? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like weirdly proud of it. I'm like,
yeah. My badge of honor.
North Carolina is weird like that too, because like the rural areas here are either extremely like farm backwoods, like hillbilly, or
hmm
in the mountain area, like around Asheville, and there's a town called Boone. Those areas
hmm
are super like granola combine, it's like the extremes. And
Yes.
It's about 100-to-1 ratio, though.
yeah,
We're gonna be honest.
but it's funny, like the amount of failed cults that come out of those areas is so
Failed
great.
cults. I
Yeah.
didn't even I forgot that yeah, some of the cults can't make it.
They
Yeah.
can't make it because
A lot of starters here.
there's a great formula that you just
Startup cult.
have to follow.
A lot of starters. A lot of promise.
Yeah, it's like these people just sort of they lose interest, and it's like, nah, you gotta start basic and you build up to it. You can't.
You
This is
can't
a
just start with sex cult. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta.
this is a terribly dated reference, but I've come up with the term Maggie May cults that fail.
Just Rod Stewart
It's like
cults.
it's
Oh.
like as soon as like you have to go back to school or whatever like big life thing comes up in the fall or whatever time of year, everybody just bails.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like, oh, you got a Maggie May cult. Okay.
That's so funny. Somebody stole my identity on Facebook, and then like he stopped doing it. He stopped like posting stuff as me in September, and I was like, he was a kid.
Yeah.
He was a kid in school.
So that
He's
first
got
fucking
tests.
real week where
Yeah.
you got to buckle down,
Yeah.
Wait,
I love being Carmen.
somebody
loved
stole
it.
your identity? Like, did they
Or
post it?
they started a Facebook page that was like really successful. I've also started a Facebook page for my comedy, and it has like 10 followers. I can't. So I tried to I like wrote him a message. I was like, if you ever want to work for me, we could like, can we just do that instead? He just won't write back.
Ah,
So I tried to report it, and it's just not getting taken down. I was like, all right, well, I knew it's like the thing that made me mad is that he replied to haters with like positivity, and I would never do that.
That's an incel.
Yeah.
That's an incel
yeah.
all day long. You just had
I
a
think
big incel fan.
yeah.
I
I think he just couldn't take the hate too. I like to think that he quit because he was like, wow, this sucks. This person hates me as Carmen. And I'm like,
but I mean,
welcome to Thunderdome, motherfucker.
that's pretty. That's gonna be kind of flattering, though, right? That
a
somebody
little,
took
yeah.
some. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
look, we don't want to steal identities, but let's
Yeah.
just not. We're not endorsing that. But if you're gonna do it, it is kind of. It's kind of cool that he was nice to people in one way.
Yeah, he
You
was
know,
sending
it's
like
like,
little heart emojis and
yeah,
stuff. Somebody
yeah.
wrote that I was like Tamu Taylor Tomlinson, and
Oh
he
my
did the little
Lord.
laugh face, and I was like, I mean, that is pretty funny, but I would never respond that way. I would have said something funny
Yeah.
back.
It's
I
like
would have made
somebody's
fun of their
grandma.
appearance, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a Pikachu with hearts coming out of the tail. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, yeah. The creepy comments he's giving
Yeah.
little heart emojis. I was like, man, don't get me stalkers that I didn't even get myself, you know?
That guy's
I want to earn them.
actually he's pretty lame.
Because if
Actually,
you
now
got
that I'm thinking about
unearned
it.
stalkers, that's
Mm-hmm.
a
Some guy would
band
be like,
name.
remember you gave me that heart emoji? And I'd be like, I'm sorry, that was a boy in college.
It's a young boy in college.
Got
What-
catfished.
Yeah, it's so lame though, man. Like,
You just start being mean to them. Like, you didn't
oh,
that be like this.
that's not
Yeah.
nice. What a, you know what? I'm calling that guy out. Let's let's get him.
Let's get
later
him.
on, you know what I mean? Send Israel Keys after him. You know what I mean? Israel Keys.
Israel keyboard.
Yeah. Oh.
That's your new stalker identity. You get on the online your Israel keyboard.
Yeah, he has little musicals about all his victims.
I honestly shouldn't have said that to him.
No, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, terrible idea.
Uh,
So how have you been? What's new with you?
Good. I just got back from Mexico. I was out there. What a place that you could commit a lot of murders. We don't have to ever
And they
leave that
do.
topic. Yeah, yeah.
I love murders.
I just feel, yeah, as a vacationer there, you could really get away with a lot. You could either get murdered and it would never be solved, or vice versa, pretty easily.
Yeah,
It's just giving
allegedly
away.
you can pay to murder people there.
No.
Who knew?
You can pay to murder. What?
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
to
you
do
mean
the
like-
math in my head for that. I was just
Yeah.
like,
You're talking like a hit?
No, there's murder
The-
tourism.
Murder tourism?
what?
Like in what was that movie?
Oh yeah, that West movie.
What?
Not hotel.
Hostel. Yeah, there you go. That's it.
Yes.
How much does it cost? I'm asking for a friend.
Well, the exchange rate is
Yeah.
Well, here lately with
It's
these
pretty good right
goddamn tariffs, I don't know
Yeah.
what it's gonna be next
25%
week.
more now.
Somebody's mad they have to pay 25% tariff on murder tourism.
Fucking murder tourism just went up 25%. Jesus Christ. I was gonna go to Canada too, but
Yeah,
this ain't
fucking,
shit.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft, the billionaire who's mad about the price of hand jobs, is definitely going to be mad about his murder tourism going up.
Wait, does he have murder tourism down there? The Patriots owner?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I mean, I don't want to say it for sure, wink, but Robert Kraft definitely goes to Mexico for murder tourism.
I heard that's what happened to Gene Hackman.
That one was crazy.
Yeah, I
The
still
Gene
don't know.
Hackman, I was like following it so closely. I still didn't look into it super closely. I read like a bunch of stuff and then at the end my sister was like, "Oh, the dog was in a crate in the closet." And I was like, "They could
Yeah.
have said that. That would have been that's huge. That's
Yeah.
really important to know." I
I
thought,
would
yeah.
caution waiting for toxicology and all that shit before the public leaps to any opinion.
Nope. I'm
Mm,
leaping to all kinds of
yeah, I
opinions
That's
love
your
already.
thing.
leaping.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think it was?
You know what I actually think it is? Honestly, I think
Christopher Reeve got him.
Christopher Reeve came back. He was faking Kaiser Soze style and murder. No, I think it almost seems like a weird situation where he had a heart attack and
That's what I
she was
think too.
going to get his medicine and fell and died too.
I
I
think
don't
she
know.
died first. I think opposite.
Maybe so. And I had heard that he had some level of dementia.
He's
So if
also
she
95, so he at
right.
any
If
moment.
you
Mhm.
don't, that's some fucked up shit at 95.
Well, I mean, he could have been going to help her and fallen. You know, he can't get up, so he's laying there.
I don't have nearly enough information to make any kind of wild ass guess.
Or I heard
Make
that
a wild
kindness
ass
may have
guess.
killed him too.
Maybe it's Israel.
Israel
Mhm.
Keys.
General Zod got him.
I think Gene Hackman said that Israel Keys was the way to make it in Hollywood. He thought it was a different code. Pretty racist. But the real Israel Keys, who was dead, also, I'm going to keep doing finger quotes,
Yeah.
by the way, for everything. Uh, Made his way to the Hackman Ranch. I don't know where they lived.
Hackman
Uh,
Ranch. God, that sounds like a murder ranch.
The Hackman.
Hackman Ranch.
I've seen that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
It was pretty
What
bloody.
the overturned heater where she was
Yeah.
hmm
would make you think she had some sort of medical emergency because there are pills out, whether it
hmm
was an overdose or she was trying to get medication to counteract whatever.
hmm
And him having a walking stick would indicate that he was traveling
Well,
within the house
true.
on foot while he went down. So it could be that way.
Well, his sunglasses were also found near him. So if he fell, was maybe walking around. The only thing that I don't understand about this is that
Again, I don't have enough information to.
I don't either, but the dogs that were outside or were alive, I'm wondering how they were outside for that long without anybody noticing that. Or how did they I guess they were just eating grass or
Grass, birds,
I don't know.
dog eat a rat. Dog eat a rat.
Thank
If
you.
they'd free range the house, they could have torn into a
Mhm.
bag of dog food or something.
Yeah.
True. Well, I know one was outside. I don't know if they have
Right.
a dog door. I just don't think Gene Hackman would have a dog door. In my mind, he would
Yeah, but that was
find that ridiculous.
that was his second wife. That's some second wife material right there.
Maybe
Gene,
so.
we're getting a dog door. God damn it.
And she was 30
I'll
years
raise her
younger.
as a
She
dog.
probably thought she was going to coast on that money until she turned 90.
100%.
And she
Yeah.
went at the same time. Dude, this is why you don't. I mean, I hope they married for love, but
Right.
who knows?
Wink.
Yeah.
I had a
Dog doors are unacceptable.
I had a dead naked man who had been there for days under a dining room
Look, man,
table in his house one time.
I don't want to hear
I had to
about.
solve.
I don't want to hear about your
Oh,
date
and
last
his
night.
dining room
And
table.
he was one legged.
Oh, and he had died.
He was dead.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was a one legged man. It
Murder?
was well, at
You don't know.
first
Yeah.
they didn't know. They called me.
hmm
So I get there and this guy has like tons of like collectible coins and cash and everything in his house.
hmm
So the first thing everybody's thinking is like, someone came in here and robbed this motherfucker of a stack of cash or something.
hmm
Which you would think, but then you get to looking at the scene. He does have a crutch. He has a prosthetic leg there in the living
hmm
room. And so got around on it, kind of looked at the floor and, did my thing. And basically the guy had cancer a few times before. And, his heart had paid the price. He liked to
Mm.
hop around the house naked.
Ah,
And
Who doesn't, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say
he
we
didn't
all
like
do
to use
that.
the crutch.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he had an event, and then I don't know what it is. People, animals do the same thing. Like they go for like a safe space instinctively. So he crawled
Yeah.
under the table and just died. Kind of like animals do. They'll crawl under something kind of shelter,
Yeah.
and he just expired that way. And he'd been there for a couple days when we 3 days when we found him.
I'm gonna guess his name wasn't Skip.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's so stupid. So stupid.
I love saying a thing and then doing the same thing you do, where I'm like, God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's
I
like
had to. I
intrusive.
have to say it. Yeah,
It's intrusive thoughts, and I'm like,
yeah.
sometimes I have to let it out. I'm like, no.
You have to, otherwise it'll
Uh,
stay in there forever and come out as murder.
You two are
Yes.
going to be friends.
I have
Yeah.
I have a really bad one about like in grocery stores, the frozen food aisle. I always want to, in my mind, like it would be great to just check somebody into the, like in hockey, you can check somebody into the ice.
And then the whole display.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just, oh my
that'd
God,
be
it
the
would be so
best.
good.
So good.
But every time I'm like, this is an elderly person and it would be too easy. I feel like it wouldn't
It'd
get
be
the
too
respect.
funny.
It would be
The
too,
camera.
yeah. I mean, but back to, I'm going to tie this all in together real quick.
Okay.
Murderers one leg, and you're in the Vermont Hall of Fame,
Oh, you did
Like
research.
three
I
times
did.
over.
Right.
Yeah.
So you are a track star, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah. A
former. Yeah, no,
former.
I'm so bad at running now.
Well, I was thinking about
You're
you.
so bad at running is better than any running either one of us will ever do.
Yes.
We'll give you another 20 years. Still better than any running either
I'm
one
so
of
good
us
at
will
light
ever.
jogging. uh, but when you said one leg, I was thinking about Oscar Pistorius, right?
Mhm. The Blade Runner,
The Blade Runner, the guy,
Oh yeah.
the killer. Yep.
Olympic runner who had no legs and then ran on the blades. In your opinion, was he a cheater? And also, why was he not in the why was he not in the biathlon? Because obviously he can shoot, right? Or did he do the biathlon? He had skis
Uh,
and shooting.
Huh.
Opinion?
Oof.
That's real forward thinking of you there,
Wow.
John.
Oh
Yeah, this
man.
is tough. Um, yeah, now this is somehow like tying into like trans
Well,
rights too, where I'm like, well, they get their own
yeah.
thing or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I don't,
This is like Transformers, right? So this fucker's a cyborg. So, and plus, might I point out, I have to, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that he shot a pistol instead of a rifle.
True.
So,
But yeah, again, that also made me think that, like he's not a great shot if he said he shot through the door and wasn't trying to shoot her, but he did anyway, right?
well,
So maybe he's even a better shot.
I don't know how good
I'm
some of
going
their
back and
forensics
forth on
were. So, yeah.
I'm going back and forth on how great of a shot he actually is. But either way, seems like he was in the wrong sport. Is all I'm
Well, you
saying.
and I both know of a case locally where someone got shot through a door and they
Oh,
claimed it
yeah,
wasn't
right,
intentional. And you
right.
look at that pattern placement, it's like, no, I don't think so. That's pretty tight.
But anyway,
That's center mass.
cheater or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You think he's cheating?
That's because he's South African.
Oh my gosh.
They can't do anything.
I've seen Lethal Weapon too. I know about
Exactly.
those people.
White South African?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He's a Krugerrand holder. Yeah, he's slinging
Mm-hmm.
Krugerrand.
Mm-hmm.
This Elon Musk motherfucker.
Yeah.
Elon Musk. What's a oh shit, what's that rap group? I'm blanking. Enter the Ninja. Oh, the fucking
Oh, Diant word.
Diane word, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know if you're familiar.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Extremely familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Die Antwoord.
The
Yeah.
Antwoord.
Diant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
those
just thinking about them. I think about them a lot. It's hard not to.
yeah,
If you
Really
know their
is.
music and their music videos, you're like, it pops up into your head every now and again. You're like, what the fuck was that?
it's still around apparently. I don't know.
I thought they broke up a long time ago. They had like a kid together.
Mhm.
I did a
Yeah.
deep dive. Yeah.
They did some photo shoot where they were like normal. They were wearing like normal clothes. Well, they still
It
look
still
kind of
wasn't
weird.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They look
They
like
said they'd have paint and horns on them.
Yeah.
no, they yeah. They look like IKEA designed their clothing.
Mhm.
Like it was very like, clean
Yes.
lines. And
Huh.
but um yeah, and then he got into some like weird thing.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean like some sort of like I don't know, like maybe a sex cult or something. Maybe I'm
Oh, they
misremembering
were
this. And
always
I'm just
in a
putting
I would
everybody
be,
in a sex
it would
cult.
be more shocking if he wasn't
Yeah.
ever
True.
in one.
True.
Like there's like you were sex cult people. Like that's
Yeah.
we knew that when you knocked on the door with the gift basket.
Dude,
Mhm.
but what's her name? Yolandi?
Yolandi Visser.
Visser.
Yolandi. Yeah.
His name's Ninja, right?
Ninja.
Yeah.
That's a really good
I
Yolanda
don't know.
Adventure.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that lady, but I don't know about
But you
now.
love her.
Oh my God.
You can't stop looking at her. You're like,
I-
what is this? It's
yeah.
like a ethereal being.
Yeah, I don't believe in aliens, but maybe with her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it inevitably I would be dead in a really painful way if she would trick me so easily. But I kind
I checked you in the meat department.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it would be worth it. I mean, you just can't stop. You know, you wake up and you're like all matrixed out or whatever, like when they woke up in the Matrix, except for you've got things all in the wrong ends. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I shouldn't be talking about my fantasies.
She could abduct all of us, I think is the
Right.
lesson.
Yeah. Yeah, and she still can.
Mine would probably be the easiest. She'd be like, "Would you like a sandwich?" It's like, yeah, all right. Get into my spaceship.
You're like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
This seems cool. We're going to need extra thrusters to get this off the ground.
There was it reminded me of that movie Under the Skin. Is that what it's called? Under with
You know it. You
Scarlett,
know it is.
Scarlett Johansson.
You know
She's
it
the
is. We
alien.
both know it
And I'm
is.
like, that's the easiest.
You at least watched
So
the
easy.
entire movie.
Yeah, I know you
Did the only parts I needed to.
the naked clips.
Yeah, well, I did see some pretty good horror in that one. That was pretty awesome.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, Oscar Pistorius. I think his biggest crime was lying to the people. And I'm going to take a stand on that right now. Murder.
No, the domestic abuse and murder and
Yeah.
years of
He murdered the guy with.
intimidation.
Wait, I
Yeah,
don't think I don't know who this
Oh,
is.
okay. So the Blade Runner guy, the
Okay.
guy with the
yeah.
legs,
Yeah.
he. So
That was good.
yeah, that's
The
what
guy
that's
with the
my
legs.
It's a
The
solid
guy without
impression.
the legs. That's like the one thing.
It works. Yeah.
He so his girlfriend was he was in the bathroom and his girlfriend was on the other side of the door, and he claims that somebody was breaking in, or he thought somebody was breaking in. So for some reason he had a pistol in the bathroom and he starts shooting and he ends up killing her, and he got convicted, and then they overturned the conviction,
And then
or I don't know.
and then they were going to have more races, and they overturned the conviction.
Yeah, they're like, he is fast.
Yeah.
You imagine Usain Bolt? I mean, he could have gotten away with a lot, you know?
And he had so he had little skis. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of funny. He's like trying to escape the scene, and they're like,
Yeah.
I mean, it is obviously
Right.
you.
Well, these prints show us.
Yeah, we don't have footprints, but this is a long ski print with the OP monogrammed in it.
What if he had someone trying to steal his identity, and they also had Blade Runner legs, but they left like hoof prints? They're doing positive things like Carmen Stalker was.
Oh,
It's like little reindeer prints, making kids believe in Santa and shit.
oh,
Aw.
that's kind of nice, actually.
And Oscar's like, "Fuck this! I gotta kill another lady."
Yeah.
A fun killer with like stilts with the little monster feet.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, this is bad, but also this is whimsical.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like where the wild things are. And
Yeah,
also
Mhm.
like murder.
For a
but like
moment,
nice murder.
for a moment, I did have Cookie Monster on my board for this one, so he left the crumbs.
Yeah. I mean, he only kills on Sesame Street. Again, I almost said it. Sesame Street. Feel bad
That'd
about
be like a killer for good, like somebody who kills people
Like-
who we all want dead.
How many
Like
victims
Dexter.
do I have? 1, 2, 3. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a murder board on a case that you were looking at?
Murder board?
Yeah, like
Have
you put up, you put up like your own suspects and stuff.
You know how
No.
people do that all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, that common practice.
believe it or not, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks so fun.
You should do your own murder board on something.
Little strings and
Yeah.
fish
Well,
pins.
the yarn gets exhausting, so you want to shy away from that. But
Okay.
if you
What do
do
you
it-
use instead?
just a whiteboard,
Oh,
a
that
whiteboard
makes
and
sense.
magnets, it's a lot more fun.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I was
Yeah.
picturing cork and
And-
doing the
yeah.
old school, the analog.
No, that venture's too much into craft territory for me, and I just can't. I can't get down with it.
Origami killers. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, well, what'd you come up with on the case? Apparently a fucking set of pot holders, because this is beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah. This suspect is covered in glitter. So
I didn't get much done on the case, but I did crochet you a nice little
Yeah.
blanket here.
Little
Yeah.
pot holder. Yeah.
Holders.
I got I got an Afghan for my captain now. He's gonna let me slide on this one.
That would be a great, like, just, great way to win people over. You just suck at being a detective. You
But
can't solve
you're
murders.
really good at crafts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we got to keep him on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look,
Just the sweetest dude.
he's so sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, he let like probably 4 or 5, murders that they were clearly at the
The
scene.
captain's gathering everybody else up in a meeting with Adam's like, okay, be quiet, he'll hear us.
Yeah.
Guys, we got to pick up the slack on this. He's just the nicest dude. He made an eagle out of thread for my kids.
So you think that guy is on the Gene Hackman case, then, is what you're saying? I want to know about this dog door. I can't get over that. Like the Gene Hackman dog door. That dog
Did
got
he have
outside.
one?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I thought they said the door was open, but it
oh,
seems
I
like they
missed
got
that.
some of the, I don't know. I feel like when they report stuff, they don't
I
really always
get all
have it.
my, yeah.
Look, they had a deputy tell the press that there was nothing suspicious about this in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of a bad thing to do, regardless,
Mm-hmm.
in
I,
any investigation.
I get all my facts from X and Reddit. So,
Reddit's a good one.
and they are rarely wrong. And
Yeah, I
if
love
you call
Reddit.
them out, yeah, Reddit's the best.
Mm-hmm.
The public freak out, like, what is it, subreddit? I don't know if you've ever gone on that, but it kind of
I
sucks
think I
now
have.
because it's all like people yelling about political stuff, which is, understandable, but
You miss it back when it was just the N word.
no, yes. But no, well, I did see one that was great the other day. This lady hit this guy in the head. They were at a bowling alley. She hit this
Uh-huh.
guy in the head with a bowling ball and
Ooh.
knocked him out, and then bowls a strike. I mean, it's like that's the best. You should get a 300 game just for that alone.
Yeah, that guy
Is it?
can't even be mad. That's pretty fun.
That's
It's
some
great.
boss level shit right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's horrible shit on there, like people getting murdered,
Now you should get the only 301 in history.
but there's also they put those, yeah, 301. Um, but like the fights in McDonald's, those are great. Those are always fun to
Yes,
watch.
those are amazing. When the
I always,
flip-flops come off. Ooh.
yeah, I always said that UFC should like they should go to McDonald's to do their training or like figure out who they're going to recruit. Because a McDonald's fighter, like especially the female fighters there or the female workers, like,
100%. Yeah.
Hmm.
they,
Hmm.
Like
I
an
mean, it's
assistant female McDonald's manager who's working the night shift,
yeah.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
deadliest person on the planet.
You see some dumb fuck always throw a drink on one of them. They're like, oh, I didn't order Diet
Yeah.
Coke, and then it's on. You
Yep.
see
The
like
DNA is washed away
yeah,
immediately.
yeah.
Yep.
The tray comes out like they're hitting people with fries, and oh,
Hmm.
dude, it's the best.
Hmm.
I I mean, maybe not even UFC, just have like fast food fighting championship, like the
Fast food
employees.
fighting.
Yeah, fast food fighting. Just it all takes place in different fast food restaurants,
Like different
and
teams.
yeah, I mean, it's
Ooh.
employees versus customers. 'Cause
Which
that's what
fast
it
food
seems.
chain would win?
I've had this. I think about this a lot.
Then we
Yeah.
talked to Mike Rainey. We talked to Mike Rainey about this one time.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I do think McDonald's,
I think
actually.
McDonald's seems to be the one where
Look,
people
guys,
test it, but yeah,
you forget Arby's is still out there.
I feel like Arby's they don't care as much there. They're just like
They don't care about the jobs. They're thinking about fighting every day. These guys are like the fucking Islamic Russians of fucking fast food
they're the
fighting.
Chechnyians. Of
Yeah. Yeah, they come in there with the big fucking headsets.
You get so much protein from eating just
Yeah, fucking
beef
roast
all
beef.
day. Yeah.
Just
all-
processed roast beef.
Yep.
Ah. They're just so like bloated, and they need to work it off, man.
I've said it before. I love going to an Arby's and the person on the mic's like, "Welcome to Arby's. Why you at Arby's?"
That does happen. I'll tell you another good one is Subway.
Yeah,
The Subway employees there, like
but they depend on knives too much.
They would
true.
lose. I can't see them getting very far. Subway seems like one of the softer chains.
Maybe
Yeah,
so.
they're
They are sandwich artists,
They're
so they don't really have a fighting.
a lot of rubbery
sensibility.
white people or just malnourished Pakistani dudes
Yeah.
at Subway.
Does track.
Yeah,
What's that one with the Fuji apple salad? They would get trampled.
Um,
You asked
Um,
maybe the two worst guys in podcasting,
Fuji
the
apple
Fuji apple salad guy.
salad.
But respect for that. I don't know what it is, but
Oh, I love the
they have
Fuji
like
apple salad.
soup. They have
Oh, Panera bread? Is that?
Panera bread.
Yeah.
oh, Panera
They
Bread,
would get stomped.
Oh my God.
they're a lot of in shape, pretty people, but they ain't got no heart,
Nothing.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
no heart. Yeah, they're getting
nothing.
benefits. They don't want to
Yeah,
fight.
they're just pretty in the gym. That's it.
Like people with laptops are just doing like
Hmm.
work and they're like looking up and
Yeah.
you're like, you know,
Any place with hibiscus iced tea is gonna lose.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
I'm gonna throw one last in there. I don't know if this counts or not, but Dunkin' Donuts employees.
Ooh,
Literally couple
Duncan just
months
entered
ago,
the fight.
Yeah.
those motherfuckers. I went through the drive-through at our local Dunkin', and they were literally fist fighting. Two
Oh,
employees were fist fighting in the
Yes.
back.
well,
Yes. Yes, they
to
were. That makes the food taste better.
Yeah,
well
I think so.
to I'll trump that at the Wendy's, one of the local Wendy's
Oh
here,
Wendy's.
yeah.
they were
Yeah.
stabbing each other.
Yeah, that's true.
The employees were.
There was a
They had to
knife fight at
close.
Wendy's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about that little girl with her little
Oh,
braids, yeah, makes me want to
yeah.
commit acts of violence. Yeah, Wendy's we cannot discount.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Mm,
Boston being Duncan's like breeding ground.
Oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure. For
Did any
sure.
place start in Philly? Is any fast
Um,
food place start in Philly? Because that would be
oh, Phillies.
Something with bagels and cream cheese. I don't know, man. It's
I'm
like
trying to
a
think.
yeah,
Yeah, Philly is just I mean, I think every store in Philly, every restaurant in Philly,
mhm.
they're fighting each other. So
yeah,
uh
that's true.
they're fighting each other
I'll tell you
because the
what.
Eagles won.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Hey, the
If
fucking Eagles won.
if there's still a Red Lobster left in Philly, that's your one.
A Red Lobster.
A Red
Oh my
Lobster in
God. Is
Philly.
there any left? There's got to be one
I
left.
saw one the other day and I was like, where are they getting the seafood from? It's first of all, it's a landlocked
Mm-mm.
location.
Oh yeah.
And secondly, it's Red
Wyoming.
Lobster. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'm like, can't be great.
We got
Mm-mm.
them cheesy biscuits.
Yeah, those are so good.
They are. You can still buy those in the store though.
Cheddar. Yes, that's where they make their money now, which is
Mhm.
smart. Yeah, outsource it.
They have conquered cheesy biscuits forever.
Hmm.
It's pretty bad when you're like you're Red Lobster and you're like, well, the free biscuits are the thing that people actually want here, and this is the only thing we can make money off of.
Hmm.
I I uh I would hate to die in a Red Lobster. That would be
Then stay out of Red Lobster because your chances go
yeah. I
up
was just thinking
a
about
lot.
I mean, you could be attacked by an employee, you could food poisoning,
Hmm.
and
Food
drowning.
poisoning.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh
or
yeah, in the
structurally, the
tank.
store could fall in on you.
Yeah,
So,
Get attacked by lobsters.
yeah.
that tank's about to break any day, and they're waiting.
I
Saw
mean,
you pick me up, motherfucker.
yeah. I always I always like to go in there and tell those lobsters that
Who's boss?
yeah, I like to give them a little what for, like a little
Maybe it's gonna be you today.
yeah. You don't fucking got your hands bound with rubber bands and your
Rubber
Red
bands.
Lobster ass.
I'm not much of like
You like what you did? You ended up in Red Lobster. You believe in karma?
I'm not much of a like
The fuck?
like a super tender hearted person, but man, that whole selecting your meal, like pointing them out thing, where they're
Yeah,
boiled alive,
yeah,
that's pretty harsh even for me. And I've seen some
yeah.
shit.
I dated a guy from Maine, and we made a lobster together, and it was. I still think about it.
Yeah,
It screamed. It
yeah,
doesn't like being boiled alive.
they do not.
It was awful.
A lot of people say
Never
they can't feel
again.
pain, and that is not the
Yeah,
case.
that is definitely not. This lobster looked me in the eyes.
Hmm.
And then I just keep eating. I tried to be a vegetarian a bunch of times just for animals, and I can't do it. Bacon is just too delicious.
Yeah, I mean, that's pigs. Pigs are made for that.
And they're so smart, but they're so delicious.
And we have a
Hmm.
friend that when he was younger, he had a pig that barked like a dog. He like basically
Oh,
and he accidentally fed it bacon one day.
I would do that for sure.
I was like,
That's
dude,
something I would do.
so wrong. And so we had to kill the pig and he ate it that night too. So we
Wait, you
didn't.
have to?
No,
Why?
no, no. I was just
Oh, I was
kidding.
like, is there like what happens when you
Because
feed
those are the laws.
Yeah,
Those are the rules now.
I will
once it
say
becomes
this.
a
That's like
cannibal?
one
He
way.
got a taste for it.
That's one way Southern people can trick anybody else from another part of the country is we can give farm advice and like just gonna people are just gonna believe it. It's like, nah,
Mhm.
you gotta kill that pig. That it's like, oh fuck, you know, he told me he was Southern. That's what you gotta do.
There was that sign in Fight Club, the movie Fight Club, where it's like you know that motor oil can help fertilize
Fertilize
your
your lawn. Yeah.
I was like, that would probably fly if you were Southern and you could put that in another part of the country.
Yeah.
Oh, it does work.
Start with, look here, boy.
I mean, I would say I probably know how to grow like one thing.
Weed.
Yeah, I mean it and
I don't think you could even grow weed.
I
I
bet.
know you're green thumb.
Well, I could buy it if I wanted to. So
That you can do.
same difference.
Yeah, survival apocalypse situation, I'm dead
Yeah.
quick. I think about it all the time where I'm like, I'm a survivor. I would have to sell myself into sex slavery or something to survive, but like, because I'm like, I think I could build a water tank that like
Just
purify, and then I can't.
Find us. You can come and
Yeah,
live in
yeah, I was gonna say,
our Marauder group. You're
I'm
cool.
going south. Yeah.
Yeah, just come on to the Marauder group.
No,
We'll give you a motorcycle and a metal mask and fuck shit up with it.
no, I'm with
This
you.
is Carmen. Stay out of her fucking way.
Yeah, that's what I want. I'd end up like, yeah, I would be like, I would definitely shoot myself accidentally.
You point at people.
I'd be doing a bit, and
You point at people and say, "I do the raping around here."
yeah,
I mean, but I think about like the power going out, and you're like, oh man, well at least we have batteries and flashlights. And I'm like, I don't know how to build a battery. Like, how the fuck do you build a battery, man? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? It's
yeah.
all
I
over.
don't know. Fill it.
Yeah.
Just pour. You pouring gasoline into a battery.
Yeah,
They did
yeah,
work.
truly.
Yeah. Yeah. It does work though. I mean, for a little while,
Not so much.
technically, you want to get technical about it. But I guess we've probably taken too much of your time. I
Yeah,
apologize for all
we
of this.
really
How
do
dare
appreciate
you?
it.
My
I-
God.
I apologize.
This is great. This is all I want to talk about ever.
Yeah, this is pretty much our show right here is nonsense and no direction. So
And murder.
and murder.
Murder's always on the docket here.
Always.
Oh damn it!
It's just
Now it's my turn to regret
interesting.
something I said.
Yeah.
Murder's always on the docket here.
Ugh. Dude, I really didn't like the way you said that.
Mhm.
Not the subject, but just the way you said it. Like the
Let me
context.
try the. Murder's always on the docket here.
There you go. See, that was so much
Somehow
nicer than the way-
worse. I don't know. I love it.
the way you said it was not just like about murder, but it was also could have been like I've been staring in your window at night. The vibe you had. It was just not good.
Murder's always on
can't-
the docket here.
We both know I can't shake that vibe. So
Yeah, that's true.
it is what it
It's
is.
the face, I think. And
The face and the body in there.
Yeah.
The mind.
yeah. And the looking in the windows.
That will do it.
But yes, also before we go, I want to your podcasting to who's awesome
Fantastic.
podcast.
Oh, thank you.
And you're extremely funny. I am like I said, you're special. I'm a big fan of. And
Thank you so much.
and actually just like I've seen you in a lot of podcasts too, and you're very funny. So
We were
it's
very
really
excited to have you.
yeah, we were really excited to have you. So
Thank you. I'm so excited to do this pod.
yeah, hopefully, sometime come back and we can solve this murder of Israel Keys once and for all. Anything you want to confess before you go? Just
So many things.
so many things. If somebody ever asked me that for real, I'd be like, "What do you mean?" Like, I'm like, "What do they know?" Because there is something that I've been wanting to get off my chest. A lot of things.
Both of you need lawyers.
I don't,
Both of you.
I didn't
Need
do
what?
anything.
Lawyers immediately.
I didn't do
I know.
anything.
I mean, like, even if I didn't do it, somebody could frame me so easily. They'd be like,
Oh, you.
listen to this podcast. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it happened.
You definitely need a lawyer. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, your honor, I was just goofing off.
Yeah, it was a fucking goof,
It's a
Your Honor.
goddamn goof.
Just a goof. Yeah.
I've actually seen that defense work. So
Ah.
It was the Oscar Pistorius. It was a goof, Your Honor. I was just shooting through the door. You know how you do.
like you do.
Like you do when you're in the bathroom.
Did he get
Almost
off?
did it. He
No,
did.
he
Yeah.
got convicted.
Oh, but he got
He
released
he got
early, right?
pardoned.
Right. And you know what
Hmm.
he's doing now?
Guess
He's
he's
still-
planning for the next one.
He started a hip hop group.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. End it.
Hip hop.
Miss Carmen, thank you so much for being on with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. And
Thank you so
yeah,
much for
please
having
come
me.
All right, and we'll talk to you hopefully sometime soon. All right.
Yes, please.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.